Hi there. I am Evelyn from evelynd.com. I am a functional medicine nutritionist with a master's in nutrition, and I'm also a life coach, an energy healer, and a yoga teacher. So I help women in particular, and mostly older women in midlife dealing with either their perimenopause or menopause transition. I help them get out of the diet cycle, right? That yo-yo diet cycle, and into understanding why they do what they do or why their bodies do what they do. So it's an inside out approach using the biochemistry and all the things that functional medicine taught me, but also really getting into the thought patterns that can keep us stuck, right? Can keep us sabotaging ourselves, can keep us spinning our wheels, can keep us constantly dieting and trying to figure out what's wrong with us. So once you start to put that aside, I'm not saying throw it all out. You can use things from these different modalities and science. But if you don't apply it and really understand what's going on inside, that's how we can get stuck because we're trusting what's outside and we're relying on what's outside and then perhaps ignoring what's really going on in terms of our patterns, the way we're thinking, our feelings, our old traumas, whatever it is that keeps coming up over and over again until we start to learn and shift. So it's really that empowered approach that just really lights me up versus understanding macros, although I talk about that too. Um, so a little bit personal about me if you're curious, or you can just stop and move on. But if you're curious, I am a woman in midlife. I've had a health journey, starting with probably my childhood, but in my 30s, after the birth of my third child, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's. And that kind of led me along the path of understanding alternative medicine and functional medicine. And however, I was in a corporate job at the time, really just moving up that corporate ladder. And I was really stressed out, juggling three kids, and started to feel the symptoms of that lifestyle and of that kind of like mindless way of living. So I also developed adrenal issues. I had heavy metals. I had gut issues. I had all kinds of symptoms. I couldn't sleep. I was exhausted. And what really got me was I could not lose weight. I was working out. I was eating perfectly. So I thought, and I was still struggling. So it's not until I kind of came to what I teach women now, that inside out approach, that I started to trust my body, become more intuitive and connected with it so that I was in charge. It wasn't about what everybody else was doing, the latest trends, the latest studies, the latest biohacks. Those are all fine to kind of get ideas and inspiration to experiment with, but you have to do the inside work. That's what I've learned, anyways. So I wanted to say hello, and I'm just glad you're here and reach out. There will be more to come from me. So stick around. Talk to you soon.